Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from whichever part of the world you're from. This is Kavita Ramchan from Life Success Coaching in Mauritius. If you're wondering what is that thing on my left, it's a huge telescope that my son bought for himself. He's also into the suns and the moons and the stars and the dinosaurs. So I think he gets a bit of his craziness from his mother, and that's okay. We are meant to live a full on life, right? Okay, I'm continuing to read to you the book You Were Born Rich. We are on the chapter 5, Expect an Abundance. Okay, so an elderly, wealthy gentleman being interviewed by a newspaper reporter was asked at what point he became successful. His answer was, I was successful when I was sleeping on a park bench because I knew where I was and I knew where I was going. At this juncture in the book, I ask you this question right now. You know where you are, right? You know that you are where you are with regards to your finance, with regards to your relationships, with regards to your, how do we say that, health. You know. And if you're like me, you don't want to stay there. You want to know if it's not good. I mean, mine was not good. You want to know where you want to go. There's something in you that wants maybe better health, maybe better relationships with your loved ones, maybe more money so you can do things that you've always wanted to do, or you can give to causes that you always wanted to give. So you need to expect to get there, okay? If you just keep wishing and hoping and thinking you'll get there just like that, that's not going to work. You have to have the trajectory outlined. And you have to say, I want that. Do you know, for the longest time, I was hoping and wishing for financial freedom, but I was not even asking for money. I was rejecting money because I was conditioned so negatively with money. I was looking at it in a very different perspective. Money doesn't make me happy, so why will I attract money? Even if I was attracting it, it was finding its way out of my system. I was like, what's happening? And this is something that is so important to understand because if we don't get this, we are just going on a hit and miss basis. So you really want to pay attention. Your desire is the motor power which will move you in the direction of your dream. You have to have a dream. You know, I today's full moon here in Mauritius, and it always reminds me of my dream because you have to reach for that moon, then you will land on somewhere. But we have to shoot for the moon because if you have a dream, it is because it has come for you. It would not have come to you if it were not meant for you because it's your spiritual essence that wants to experience this dream with and through you. When will you give power to your dreams? You have to have the desire. That's the motor power. And expectation is the attractive force that will move your dream in your direction. If you're not expecting it to come, you're just wishing and hoping. You have to expect it to come because when you expect it, you're thinking from that goal, you will start to attract everything from your environment that will start to push you towards that goal. It's the most amazing idea I have ever heard. So see yourself moving towards the wealth you visualize and see the wealth you visualize being attracted to you. Nobody's stopping you from doing that, right? Except for yourself. Do you know for the longest time, I could not even speak the word money. And today I'm like, why? Why did the society condition me with all these ideas that don't make sense? But they hold you back, you know. They keep you stuck big time. So know that you will come in contact with the wealth that is moving to you at the right time. Now this is something I always tell my clients. Crawl if you have to. Never give up on your journey. No one knows what period of time must lapse, so don't become impatient if it doesn't materialize overnight, because it's not. Everything has a gestation. No, sometimes it does. Sometimes it does. In the beginning, it used my manifestations used to come like this. And then when I got into that depression, I was not manifesting anymore. It turned to zero, minus. And I was like drowning. I said, no, I have to get myself back into where I was, my happy state. And when I got back, all I wanted to do was share this with the world because I realized how many people don't even know this. This education is so important, you know. A child comes to the world, they already know everything. Whatever I'm talking to you is something that probably resonates with you because the truth always resonates with the truth. Intuitively, you know what I'm saying. But if it's not happening in your physical reality, it's mainly because we've been conditioned to think that education has to come from outside, from school. And what we know is because majority is getting so inundated by education coming from out that they're forgetting what they knew already because it's not making sense, and there's so much confusion in the mind, right? You plant a mango seed, it will take 7 years to grow. We have mango trees here. You take a lychee seed, it'll take 10 years to grow. But no one knows how long your image will take to manifest into form. But know that you will come in contact. Okay. Don't become impatient if it doesn't materialize overnight. All we know for sure is a certain period of time must elapse, and the period of time which your image must take to materialize is governed by the law of gender. The law of gender decrees there is a gestation or incubation for the manifestation of all seeds, and make no mistake about it. The image of wealth you choose to build on the screen of your conscious mind and then turn it over to your subconscious mind is a seed, and it is growing into physical form in the most fertile field of which you could ever conceive, your mind. It is not necessary at this point for anyone else to see this new wealth. It is not even necessary for anyone else to believe you will receive it. The only thing necessary is that you see it and you believe it. The Wright brothers could see an airplane flying, a machine flying. They didn't know, nobody could see that, only they could see that. Their father told them, you all will go to hell for even thinking of something like that. Because if God wanted human beings to fly, God would have given us wings. Thank God they didn't listen. They followed their dream, right? So it's important to know what's the truth. We just should not believe what everybody else is saying. So you see, the premise that Napoleon Hill built his life's work on is absolutely true. Anything the mind can conceive and believe, it will achieve. Expressed another way, as a person thinketh in their heart, so are they. The early Greeks referred to the subconscious mind as the heart. Note that your subconscious mind can no more change or alter the image than an ordinary mirror can reflect back to you an image different than the object you are holding in front of it. Whatever image you're giving to your subconscious mind, it will accept it without questioning. Just like a mirror will reflect who you are, but when you look into the mirror, your physical self will be reflected to the T in a normal mirror, right? So the subconscious mind is like the mirror. There's a mirror, and it will mirror to you exactly what you're giving it to it. But remember, as you think, so are you does not mean as you tell people you think or as you would wish the world to believe you think. It means your innermost thoughts, which only you control. Now, the world is not going to see what you're thinking, they're going to see what is inside your subconscious mind. And that's where a lot of beliefs are stored that are not even true. So you might be thinking you're driving a Benz, but inside here you're not believing it because of that paradigm that is blocking you, means your old past beliefs. You'll be stuck. People will not see that. The world will not see that. You will not be able to eventually see it in your reality. Okay? But if you change that, if you control that, and shift that programming that you have been brought up with, then you can expect to then that is what you expect, so that is what you will attract, and that is what you will ultimately receive. I don't know anything better than this idea. I think this book should be taught in every school, to tell you honestly, because kids today are totally getting it the wrong way. Doesn't make sense. And this is what is leading to people falling sick, falling ill. We're attracting diseases more than prosperity. And you're born prosperous. There's too much of the IQ information out there that is blocking man from believing that he can achieve whatever he wants to achieve. You want to live in freedom because this is your life, and you want to take control of your life, because if you don't, somebody else will control it. Thank you for your attention, and I will see you next week. Bye bye.